welcome back to my channel. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this new video as we go and show the progression of my reef aquarium. In this video I'm going to talk about my recent visit to Shelf Aquatics, as well as an update on the recent coral additions that I've made to the tank. To this day, everything seems to be doing well, and all the corals are showing great polyp extension and coloration. Everything on the tank seems to be doing okay as well. The fish are happy, healthy, eating well. Water parameters are stable. I started a new regimen for water changes, just trying to set a routine, I guess. So I'm starting to do them every 2 weeks now, and it seems to be working well for the tank. The issues I've been having with bubble algae are pretty much non-existent at this point, thankfully. I feel like Byron has been doing a pretty good job. I've been using the weekly dosage for about 3 weeks now. So I ended up picking up 2 corals from a local hobbyist here. He has a very nice selection of SPS in his tank, and he popped up on a Facebook group selling some pieces for a really good price too. So I just went ahead and snagged 2 of them up, and after that I ended up going to Shelf Aquatics to look for some reefroids and give that a shot at the tank, see if feeding corals, see how the corals react and how the tank handles the added nutrients. So on that note, let's jump into the update for the tank. I picked up this branching green hammer from another hobbyist locally here. It's doing great, and as soon as I put it in the tank, it opened right up. And then there's also the orange rim Leptoceras. Can't really see the color very well, but at the tip of it, well, pretty much in the rim, you can see a little bit of an orange highlight. And the purple polyp bird's nest, doing great. I don't know if you see on the top branch right there, it's starting to split into another head, and it's getting very good growth. And color is starting to pop now. It's starting to get the neon green in the branches, and the polyps are starting to show their purple color. The zoanthids open right up as well, doing well. Looking forward to seeing them grow around the rock and adding a little bit of texture and color around the tank. And my Hollywood Stunner chalice, I broke a couple pieces accidentally when I was doing a water change, and it's healed right up. It's already showing growth edges around the trimmed pieces. I really like that chalice. It's one of the first corals that I got, and I got it as about a 1/4 inch piece from Worldwide Corals, and it grows fast and very satisfying seeing your corals grow. Right now it's about 3 inches across, so it's decent size for the time that I've had it. And there's my bubblegum chalice that I got from Shelf Aquatics a while back. I really like this German blue digi. The colors are hard to come through the camera, but it's really nice. The polyps are very nice color as well, like a bluish, fluorescent blue color. So it's really nice. And that head on the left is new growth. It didn't have that when I got it, so it's starting to encrust in the plug as well, which is a good sign. And these are my 2 Monty caps, my red Monty cap and my purple Monty cap. My purple Monty cap started receding about a month ago, and it's actually been starting to fight back and getting some growth edges on those. You can see the white growth edges, so it seems to be doing well, and I seem to have been able to save that one. And this is one of my favorite pieces that I received from Worldwide Corals last time. Seems to be doing well, hoping that it'll encrust on the bottom and get a little flash of color in the bottom, so it's not so monotoned. And then we go to one of my favorite spots in the tank. So I have my 8 cans and my neon tip torch. And to the far right, I also have my, I believe it's the Poker Star Monty. Looks really good. The colors show off a lot when it's in all blue lights. It's hard to make up with the blue plus T5s on. So after meeting with the local hobbyist to pick up the frags that I got from him, I headed towards Top Shelf Aquatics to look for some reefroids. And I really like that they always have a good variety of corals, and their fish system is always loaded with fish, and usually their prices are pretty good, hard to beat around the area as well. So once you're in the store, you're met with their coral systems. Really nice and clean setups. Very nice variety of SPS, good LPS and Euphilia. They have one of the sections dedicated for their high-end SPS, and there's some really nice corals in there. Very good coloration. I just really like their SPS selection. In my opinion, they have some of the best SPS out there. So after walking around for about 3 minutes, this piece caught my eye. It's one of their signature pieces, the TSA Bill Marys, and I just had to take one. And it's a really nice coral. This is where they have their bargain bin corals right here. I really like the store mostly for their prices. They always seem to be fairly reasonable. Obviously, if you're going to look at high-end SPS, you're going to pay the price, but you can get a decent amount of coral for not so high of a price. So once I got home, I just put the corals that I got in the tank. I floated the baggies for, I want to say almost like an hour and a half. I almost forgot about them actually. And then I took the bags out of the tank and opened them up and started getting the frags ready to be placed on the tank. Before that though, I did dip these 4 pieces. I ended up getting the Bill Mary and a Skittles Cyphastria and 2 SPS pieces from a local guy here that I ended up meeting with before I went to TSA. I used the Coral RX individual dip packets that they sell at the LFS. I prefer buying those packets as to buying the whole bottle because I don't really buy coral that often. So I feel like buying a whole bottle just to let it sit there for sometimes 3 to 5 months without being used, where I could just get this pack for like $1 and change every time I get coral, which is not that often anyways. So it helps out. So I let the dip do its thing and I blasted the corals with the syringe to try and get any hitchhikers out. Ended up taking one brittle starfish off and some sort of worm, probably a bristle worm. Then I went on to place the corals with super glue and gave them some time to acclimate and start opening up. So here's the tank after I place the new additions. Right here is one of the aquaporas that I got from a local hobbyist. It has like a nice yellow coloration and some almost like dark red polyps. It's a really nice piece, and for the price that I got it, it's not bad at all. Here's one of the other pieces that I got from my local guy. It's a tub stellata, very nice bright green polyps. Very nice polyp extension as well. So now we go to the highlight of the trip. It's this TSA Bill Mary right there on next to the red Monty cap. It's just stunning in person. The camera does not do it justice at all. And here's the other selection, is the Skittles Cyphastria. It's a fast grower, so hoping it'll add another flash of color to the bottom of the tank. So now as future plans for the tank, I don't plan on adding any more coral at least for a month. Trying to let these corals settle in, see how they do, see if the tank can even support any more corals. And also planning on doing some equipment upgrades and before I do add any corals. Like I said in the previous video, I want to improve the amount of flow that the tank has by adding some MP10s and help the gyre that I have support the tank. After that, I'll see how everything does and possibly adding some more LED to the tank to cover the tank evenly. As you can see, there's 2 spotlights on top of it. So I'd like to add 2 more and space these a little closer to make it a more even spread of light. I plan on doing this in phases, with the flow being the first thing that I'll do. That way after each change, I can see how it affects the tank. If anything bad happens, then I know what it was and I can fix it in a timely manner. After all, in a reef tank, stability is king, so you don't want to make too many changes at the same time, because if you do, then and something happens, you don't know exactly what was that affected the tank, so you might have to end up taking everything back and trickling one thing at a time till you find the answer. Well, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the update that I gave you, and I hope you guys like the new pieces that I got for the tank. My next update will probably be to show some of the equipment upgrades that I will do, and also I'm planning on organizing the bottom of the aquarium stand where I have all the plugs and testing kits and food. I want to organize everything and have it all labeled and manage the cables a little better as well. Get rid of that rat's nest of wires that I have under the stand. So if you guys enjoyed the video, a like would be greatly appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe so you can follow along on the journey of this tank, and thanks for watching.